Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Amaning CareerLift, where we turn aspirations into achievements. I'm Ruth, the founder of Amaning CareerLift. I'm also a senior delivery manager here in the United Kingdom. Today, we're diving into something that's reshaping workplaces everywhere: Agile. But first, I have a quick question for you. What does Agile mean to you? Now, keep that thought in mind. We are going to be exploring this powerful way of working together. So, first things first, what exactly is Agile? Simply put, Agile is about being flexible, responsive, being collaborative. It's a way of working that lets different teams or lets teams to quickly adapt and deliver results, deliver value, especially when things are constantly changing and they're changing suddenly. Let's face it, the word today at the moment is volatile, it's uncertain, it's complex, it's ambiguous. It's something some people will call VUCA in short. Agile is your secret weapon to thrive in a VUCA world. You might ask, how did Agile even start? Where did it actually come from? Let's rewind back to 2001 when a group of IT professionals they gathered because many projects were going wrong. Projects often went over budget, they missed their deadlines, they simply did not meet user expectations. So the user requirements were not being met because the changes that were going on, they were happening so fast, so quickly. They discovered that there was an issue, and that issue was that traditional methods like waterfall approach was just too rigid for such a fast changing world. So they came up with a new way of working. That was the Agile Manifesto. Agile Manifesto, it values individuals and interactions over process and tools. It values working solutions over comprehensive documentation. It values customers and collaboration or customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Likewise, it also values responsible your ability to respond to change over following a rigid or structured plan like Waterfall would normally do. Now let's me clear up some common myths here. I've heard a lot of people say things like, "Oh, we are agile," or "Oh, we are agile, we don't need a plan," or "Forget documentation, agile doesn't need that." But hey, that's not quite right. Agile doesn't eliminate planning or documentation. It simply prioritizes collaboration, it prioritizes people, it prioritizes adaptability over planning and over documentation. But planning still happens. In fact, Agile involves regular planning at every stage, each and every stage. You have to keep your projects on track. You have to plan continuously while responding to those changes that are coming in. So think about it like this: Waterfall is like planning a huge meal months in advance. So you follow a structured recipe. You've got a step by step recipe that you're following, but then you're not tasting the food as you go. Then eventually, when you finish and you serve the food, you realize that it's too salty, it's too spicy, or it's not what your guest even wanted in the first place. But agile is like keen and tasting as you go along. You regularly check the flavor, you adjust the ingredients, you keep everyone happy throughout. You get people to come taste the meal, they provide comments, feedback, you adjust as you go along. You deliver a small, tasty portion basically frequently while adjusting based on the feedback that you get. This means there'll be no unpleasant surprises at the end of the event. Your guests are happy. You've delivered something that everyone is happy about. You might have heard about minimum viable products or MVP. That's what an MVP is. Think of an MVP as creating something simple, something small, simple, that quickly meets basic customer needs. It's not perfect, it's It's just enough to start with. It's enough for you to learn from. It's enough for you to improve as you go along. But be careful, your MVP must still be viable. If your customers needs a car, for example, you can't give them your stakeholders a skateboard. That won't meet their basic requirements. So always focus on delivering minimum viable products that are meaningful, that will deliver value, but quickly, so that you can test and adjust as you go along. Let me give you an example of how I personally used agile ways of working to deliver real results in complex government programs. I was leading a challenging program which involved transactional data migration of live customer records across multiple government departments. There were significant security implications, and we had to navigate them carefully. Plus, there was also new business requirements that was aimed at streamlining operations at the time. With so many moving parts, adopting a traditional approach like Waterfall on its own would have meant that we struggled to deliver and to deliver quickly at that. So I adopted a more hybrid approach. I chose Agile to help with driving the application enhancement and service optimization side of things. So what I did in terms of focusing on what I did agile related now, first I prioritized key service enhancements that needed to be happening using Moscow. So that's what we call the must have, should have, could have, would or won't have method. I used that helped me in prioritizing and helped my team to quickly define and deliver a minimum viable product based on those must have requirements, ensuring that we could then provide immediate value as we went along. Also, because we had several moving parts and different teams working simultaneously across different aspects of the project, I introduced Scrum of Scrums. This was critical to help with synchronizing the multiple work stream, promoting collaboration, maintaining clarity across the different teams. My team also were tackling that application modernization using 2 week sprints. So those are agile sprints. By using the sprints, the 2 week sprints, it meant that we could quickly adapt to changing requirements. We could incorporate improvements at speed. We didn't have to wait for months to see progress before we delivered something. We were quickly adapting and quickly delivering as we went along. Another powerful agile practice we embedded was holding regular sprints demonstrations, or what some people will call sprint demos or demo sessions. These demos, they ensured that every iteration was closely aligned to real user needs. It gave us opportunities to continuously get feedback. It gave us opportunities to showcase what it is that we had been working on or we were working on. And that also enabled us to rapidly get those feedback and embed or get rapidly action corrections or take into account user feedback and make corrections as we went along. Finally, to manage progress clearly, I used Jira boards and Microsoft Project Plan for tracking key milestones, tasks as we went along. Those tools, they were significant in terms of increasing visibility across all the work streams, helping us to manage dependencies, quickly spotting risks or where there are blockers, helping us to spot those early, especially in terms of the critical parts that we had at the time. We were also able to to then celebrate incremental success as we went along. Overall, by embracing agile ways of working, by embracing agile, we successfully migrated those sensitive data, streamlined processes, delivered enhanced service quickly, rapidly, while also responding to new requirements and stakeholder feedback and stakeholder change requests as we went along the program. This experience, it reinforces my belief that Agile isn't just a method, it's a powerful mindset that helps teams to thrive even in highly complex, rapidly changing environments. Agile truly helps in turning challenges into achievements. Someone might ask me out there, should every project use Agile? Well, not necessarily. It really depends on the certainty, the clarity of your project. If your goal, for example, is clear, think about GPS coordinates, then traditional waterfall approach. So think GPS coordinates, it gives you step-by-step guide. You know everything beginning to end. That's like walking in a waterfall method. It works perfectly because you know everything, you know what to expect, you know where there are speed cameras, you know where, so you have everything to get you to your destination. But if your goal feels like hidden treasure and you're trying to find it, there are so many unclear paths, needs are constantly evolving, then agile method would be the best fit for your success. But why should you care about agile? Someone else might ask. Well, agile isn't just about software development. It's not just about project management, IT project management. It's everywhere now. Organizations in government, healthcare sector, finance, the education sector, even the recruitment agencies, they are embracing agile ways of working because it drives innovation, adaptability. It enhances, it improves your customer satisfaction rating. So mastering agile, it sets you apart. It makes you a valuable, highly valuable asset. It puts you in a as a competitive professional in today's rapidly changing job markets. Are you ready to dive in? Why don't you start by learning about popular agile methods like Scrum, Kanban? You could try tools like Trello. You can actually download that to your mobile and start working with it. Look into Jira board. You can watch YouTube videos. You can learn to use those too. But most importantly, you need to embrace a mindset that loves learning, adapting, collaborating. If you're truly serious about accelerating your career, embracing agile is definitely your next big move. So you need to get on with it. You need to learn about it. You need to start embracing it as soon as possible. If you've enjoyed this video and learned something valuable today, please give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and tap that notification bell for more career transforming content. Remember, at AmaningCareerLift, we're committed to helping you turn your aspirations into achievement. So let's come together, build a community of thrivers, a community of those that are achieving their ambitions. I'll see you in my next video.